Welcome back to day 6 of Kaladesh spoilers. And it's like around noon right now. I'm certain there might be more spoilers later, but we're going to go with the spoilers we have now. And there's a couple. Mostly, let's actually just get these out of the way right now. We have the basic land art spoiled, and basic land spoiled for the set. And they do look lovely. Let's see if I can angle this properly here. Alright, so we got... Yes, that's the direction I need to go. So we got the forests. Love that one. That one looks good. Then we got the mountains. I like that one all right. We got the swamps. That one's nice. I actually didn't pick that one for some. I picked it mirror. The island art looks great. All the island art looks just wonderful. And then we got the plains. Yep. Yep. The basic alien art is here. But that wasn't the one I headlined with. I headlined with the last of our Gearhulk cycle, and in this, I would assume, I thought Haste was going to be the main one, but I guess they decided to make it a little more hacks and give it first strike. So Combustible Gearhulk is 4 generic, 2 red. It's a 6/6. I was pegging it as 6/4, but that means it is actually the meatiest and biggest of all the Gearhulks. Artifact creature construct, and we'll just get the art up right there. There's the art. Yeah, you can see those little guys, little people looking at the creation. Now, this thing is kind of freaking sick. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't have you draw 3 cards, put the top 3 cards of your library into the graveyard. Then Combustible Gearhulk deals damage to that player equal to the total converted mana cost of the cards. So, okay. Admittedly, a little crapshoot if you got lands coming up, but otherwise, I can see 5 to 7 damage easy given the curb a lot of people run. I mean, 4 mana cards are a simple thing. 2, 1, 3s, those are all easy. A couple big things every now and then. You're either the problem. This is a Punisher mechanic. This is similar to Tribute, but the difference with Tribute is you were either getting a slightly big creature or just a crappy effect that wasn't going to matter. With this thing, your opponent needs to really consider their options. Do they want to possibly, especially late game when they possibly have taken some damage to their life, do they want to be down life point wise, or do they want to just be down card wise? Do they want to have card disadvantage against you? This thing is a Punisher mechanic that actually works, in my opinion, and it's a 6/6. I was thinking 6/4 with Ace, but it's a 6/6 with first strike. This thing, combat-wise, is, I mean, again, sends the Green Gearhulk's pump ability, which if you were to somehow have multiple guys, multiple versions, actually, and these aren't legendaries either, you could run multiple versions. These can just be your 6 drops throughout the deck. You don't need any more 6 drops. In fact, oh god, and then if that's the case, you just get another Gearhulk that's 6 damage right in their face if they chose that method. Then yeah, I don't know, again, are 3 and a 1, so you got 10 damage to their face. God. Now that being said, I can actually see this late. It's late game when you play this, but they still got all their life or even more life than that. Then I can see them actually willingly taking the damage to the face just to make sure you don't have any card advantage on call. That being said, with a Gearhulk, or if you're running multiple Gearhulks, you could in theory deal like. Hypotheticals, magical Christmas lands. You got like 2 Gearhulks in there. That's already 12 damage. And let's say another 4 mana cost and card goes through. That's 16 damage. But those are like magical Christmas land scenarios. A card that was spoiled last week by the end of the day that I didn't get to was Underhanded Design. 1 black, 1 generic. Enchantment. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, you may pay 1. If you do, your opponent loses 1 life, and you pay 1 life. Sacrifice this card by paying its mana cost. Destroy target creature. Activate this only if you control 2 or more artifacts. So, 2 mana, you'll get 3, if assuming you play the 3rd, on the 3rd turn you play this, and there's the Underhanded Design, there's an Aether Board making like a deal or something with someone. But you're paying one mana. It's not a hefty cost, especially if you're paying some low mana cost for your cards. It's not going to matter much unless you're paying. Like I said, you're going to play. Like if you ever play Sky Skipped and then pay it, especially if you didn't have anything else to play. It depends on what you had to play. The more mana you get, the more versatile this becomes. Then you can obviously sacrifice it to just destroy an artifact, but only if you have pseudo Metalcraft going on. That's the thing. They pretty much added Metalcraft into this set without giving the mechanic Metalcraft a name. So that's interesting. Electrostatic Plumber. I'm trying to figure out the actual card design. I think this thing has a giant plunger on it. Its right arm is a giant plunger as far as I can tell. Good art. I love the blues. The blues are popping in this set. But a 1/1 construct artifact creature, 3 mana of any color, enters the battlefield, you get 3 mana, pay 3 mana, it gets plus X until the end of the turn where X is its power. Assuming you have more pumps than that for its power, maybe. Especially with the way mana is actually, or energy is actually used in the set so far. I haven't seen many pumps, though. In fact, I haven't seen many... I'm going to just scroll through here a little bit, see if I can find any pump effects. So let's see. Now, again, that's not including any decks outside of just Kaladesh Limited, but I'm talking limited form. Now, that being said, Fabricate is a thing. Oh, no, wait. No, it doesn't have Fabricate. That's right. So, and Fabricate doesn't let you give the +1 to anyone. Ooh, I am... Because we have about 116 cards. And by the way, I should note that there's only 3 of each land. So, yeah, basically, normally there's 4, so that saves room for more cards. The Fabric module can give +1/+1 counters to it, so that's something. Whenever you put one more, if you do create a base. Nope, that's not something. Yeah, right now I'm only at 1. We keep scrolling. Nope, that's draw a card. Oh, okay, we got Larger Than Life. It's pretty much a pump. That could work. Actually, that could very well work for a turn. Inventor's Goggles. Okay, it's not devoid of pumps in this set, but the energy one's one of the main pumping tools you're going to use. So, I don't know. It's not really powerful enough to warrant it on its own. You're going to need some pump effects to go with it. We have Craftmaster Paradigm. 1 white mana, 1/1, 1 drop. Dwarf Artificer. Beginning of your combat phase. If you control an artifact, it gets +1/+2. If you control 3 or more artifacts, it gets first strike until the end of turn. So this is a 1 drop you can do right off the bat. I am curious, and here he is, by the way. Oh, there he is. I am curious if we are going to, and you know what, I'm actually going to just enlarge these images real quick, because I tried to do it. Takes a few seconds longer than I like, so it delays the video a little bit, but I at least want to try to give some better quality sometimes. So there he is in a much better quality artwork, and then I'll do the same for the Gearhulk while I'm talking. But so you can get a 1 drop for there, and he's got a 1 drop that's got value later. He's only a 1 drop that could possibly die pretty quick. That being said, he does have Metalcraft on him, so you could play him at any point in time and make him a 3/2 with first strike, so for 1 mana. So that is a possible route to go. However, I am curious right now, because we haven't seen all the cards yet. We're only at 116 cards. We've still got out of 264, or 122 depending how you look at it. Or out of well, no, that's not the case, because I think what they're doing is factoring in the 2 freaking yeah, in fact that's exactly what it is. So it's more like 120 cards spoiled, because they're factoring in the planeswalkers from the new planeswalker decks. Point being, though, I don't know if we maybe have some 0 costing artifacts coming our way. It's possible. I could definitely see that happening. I could also, but that being said, I know for a fact I have 0 costing artifacts in my artifact deck. I have Memnites, I have Ornithopter, I got a bunch of 0 costing shit. Plus, I got Ethereum Sculptors. So, yeah, and there's a much better resolution of him. Yeah, good stuff. But, yeah, I'm going to have to wait, because if we got some 0 costing artifacts, that could change some things up with that card. But until then, he's just sort of so-so. Late game, he's not good late game, because there's just going to be 2 big things, you'll have burn. His actual real shining area is honestly mid-game to very early game, but not turn 1. because someone could maybe summon a Thropter or something like that. Now, that being said, you play turn 2 and then maybe play Sky Skiff, then he becomes a 3/2 automatically. And that's the thing. If the abilities were reversed, if he had first strike when you control an artifact and then becomes a 2/1 when you get 3 or more artifacts, then he'd be a lot worse because you got 3 artifacts just to pump him to a 3/2. But because he's a 3/2 when you have 1 artifact, you can play him turn 1, play Sky Skiff or another turn 2 artifact, and then actually make him pose a threat on turn 2. And then for a while he can actually maybe dish out some damage for a little bit. But I digress. Last card, we have Consultant Surveillance. It's an enchantment, 3 generic mana, 1 white, enters the battlefield. You get 4 energy for it. It's an uncommon, so 4 energy production is nothing to sniff at right now. Pay 2, prevent all damage that will be dealt to you this turn by a source of your choice. This is a very good stall card. Again, with all the energy production that exists and that's still to come. And sorry, I'm just kind of wiping this smudge off my screen. That exists and still to come. This is a very solid card because, first off, unlike say the Helion that I think it was like Aether Scourger or something like that. The Helion that you get 2 energy, but then got to pay the 2 energy at the end of the turn to keep it around. You only pay 2 energy, and you don't have to pay it. You can choose when to pay it. So, and it's just 4 energy from this alone. That means you can pay it at least twice. You can also pay the energy you've also gathered throughout the game. So this card immediately becomes a because technically speaking, I mean, your opponent is a source, but I know what they're talking about. They're talking about an actual card source. That being said, it's still pretty useful, especially if you were to get multiples of this. You'll just have a board stopper for a while. It's really gonna be a battle of attrition then, as if you can get them to use up all their energy. And then you're probably gonna have some. You're gonna find someone who's gonna try to make the infinite energy combo deck. I can guarantee it. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the cards for today. I'm certain there'll be more spoiled later today, but I'm not gonna cover them. I'll wait for tomorrow for that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who wins, put those in the comments below too. I do get to them. I'll be back with Magic tomorrow. Who the win in Magic on Wednesday. And Pokemon Sun and Moon on Wednesday as well. Superhero and Magic on Thursday. That one might be a little weird because I actually am working on Thursday for a change, but I'm going in early, so I'll have to figure some things out. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.